Did you ever meet anyone at that time where you were surprised? It was like, yo, that had to be when you started really meeting people like, oh my God, this
Yeah. Meeting Slick Rick on every rapper. It was Doug, Slick at that time in the 90s. Because we were kind of in competition. Whether when you're in the game doing music in the 90s, we all competing with one another. You know what I'm saying? Large Professor. Q-Tip, Premier, you know, you had Gangstar, Tribe Called Quest, Main Source, you know, we all competing. Pete Rock, CL Smooth, you know what I mean?
So how were you and CL doing as friends and as a group around when you made Mecca the Soul Brother? Because you would think on the outside you were gelling right there.
That was our first debut, so yeah, we were good at that point, you know what I'm saying?
And what was about that? How did you guys work together? Was it really in the studio together?
Yeah, in the studio together. At that time, you know, I'm an analog person, so, you know, there's a 2-inch machine, a 1/2-inch machine, and that's what we would record to. And it wasn't none of this Pro Tools stuff, it was the straight board with the tape machine. You know? Yeah, and cutting and splicing and a bunch of that. You know what I'm saying?
And would CL interject at all on the music side of it?
Yeah. We were very in tune with each other when it came to Mecca and Soul Brother. You know, and at the end of it, actually we had I can't find it to this day. It's an 8mm tape of us filming Skins when we recorded Skins. Skins was the last song we did. That was the last song we did, and then, you know, that's when we started to put the songs in order, take it to mastering. You know what I'm saying?
Is Skins edited on the album so you guys could avoid the parental advisory sticker? Did you avoid the advisory sticker? Because I always wonder why nowadays I want some extra be careful. Hey, it's really hot as it turns out, but it's random because it's an edit and the album's not edited.
Yeah, because I ended up doing a clean version first and never let the dirty fly. And that's how, you know, it was just like that. The lecturer just wanted the song, so yeah.
Sorry, I apologize for questions like that. That's stuff I have to know the answer to. Because whenever I'm on the radio, I'm like, I need to play a song. Oh, Skins. It doesn't say clean, but clean.
Exactly. That's cool, bro.
So, you guys ended up touring off of Mecca the Soul Brother?
Yeah.
Who'd you go on the road with?
Brand Nubian. That was fun.
Label mates?
Yes.
And this is after they were, you know, this is after we all believed they were playing in daisies like with De La Soul, as we believed.
Yeah.
This is when they were, you know, passing AKs and beating people down.
We went on tour with Naughty by Nature too. Naughty by Nature, TLC, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, what's Goodie Mob, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Was any crazy shit happen on that? Yeah, because there's some wild motherfuckers on that.
It's always tour stories. There's so much to talk about when it comes to touring.
What was Naughty like? I mean, they were blowing up at that point. Naughty's killing it right now.
Yeah, Tretch was quite a player. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna tell his business.
You had to be doing all right back then. By the way, Pete Rock, ladies, he is married. However, he does also look the exact same as when he was 17 years old. Thank you. Black don't crack. It's not a game. How do I look older than you? I was 13.
I drink a lot of water, bro.
And look at me. Where my water's
a lot of water.
So, there's a lot of records during this time period also, of course, that you're doing. But then, a few years later, we get into Made Ingredient, which I remember the first time. 94 Made Ingredient. This is Made Ingredient, I think, is the one that sort of people didn't even, it was well received, but not on the level of Mecca the Soul Brother.
Mecca the Soul Brother was our young adrenaline, and it was like a new stage in hip-hop. Like,
did you intentionally go with a slightly different sound and less horns and start going to more bass and different?
Yeah, because like I used to always get the question asked, like, yo, you gonna bring them horns back? Yo, you making them horns, everything's horns. No, let me try something. If a horn feels good in a beat, then I'll put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's the science behind the way you guys did interludes on both albums? The first I heard Rap Love Them. There's a lot of freestyles there and a lot of beats. I was just reminded the other day. You don't understand. I spent years the last several years after I Want to Get to Know You by G-Unit came out, I was like, Pete fucking used that. I know it. I always loved it. I would always hear it because I didn't know the Marvin record, and I would always hear it. And what is that? And of course, it turned out to be one of your later interludes on Soul Survivor, I think, right? So what was the logic on doing those interludes? Like, and how were people just literally sitting around? It feels like people were just chilling. You turned on the mics and people started running.
I wasn't thinking nothing of it when I was doing the interludes. Those were just things. Like, I'm like, let me just make the whole album exciting. Just do music. Just throw little snippets of shit. Let niggas know you the shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, I had a slight ego, but it was never like Kanye's ego. Big up to my man Kanye West. That's my dude.
We'll talk about Kanye in a little bit. But no, I know what you're saying. But you know what I mean? You guys all know. Here's the thing you gotta know. It's like, even working with my man Kev Brown, I'm not trying to put Kev in Pete's echelon, but like even working with Kev, they're the same kind of brain. Like you can see how a lot of these brilliant producers operate. There's certain things that you share.
Yeah.
And there is a quiet confidence and a quiet, I will fuck these other dudes up. That definitely is.
Yeah, I used to love, like, competing. I still do, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to host like the Ultimate Beat Society in New York with like you and Primo and like Alchemist and shit like that.
Yeah.
You guys,